Hello, hi. Hello everybody. Hi people. What is up? It is I, streamer, professional. Totally did not struggle making a thumbnail for the stream for like 15 minutes because I forgot I was in dark mode and it turns white text into dark text and dark text into white text. So I was editing, I'm like, yeah, that looks fine. And then I went to go download it and I was like, why is the background so light? And then I did it again. And then I was like, why is my text so dark? And then I tried again and I was like, wait a minute, I'm on dark mode. Anyway, hello. This is the POV of working at the kitchen table when you're in trouble and your dad is standing right behind you like, why don't you understand this basic concept? That's the vibe of today, if you were wondering. I'm trying to get my pictures to load. 1 second, let me take a screenshot of this. There we go. Alright, number 2. So I have a assignment like pulled up right now and I'm staring at it and I have to work on it. If you're wondering what I'm doing schoolwork right now. Because as per the title, today is the work stream. Wait, I should put it in text. Here, POV. Here, this is POV. Dude, trigger warning, we're dropping everywhere. What do you mean, homework? Homework. Hello. Here, let me make this text bigger. It's gonna be the mood for today. I haven't fixed any of my sound alerts. They're probably gonna show up like with that default look. It's not gonna save. I don't think it will. Anyways, hey guys, this is the vibe for today. We're just gonna be doing my work, my stream. My stream looks desaturated? Oh, it's because I have a filter. It's because my background. If you wanted more saturated, watch this. Okay, that makes it darker. That's not very, Okay, let me turn this up and then do this. There. If you're wondering why it's desaturated, it's because I have adaptive lighting blend mode on, and it makes my colors of my stream match my background at all times. So if I have a darker background, we're gonna look a little darker, and if I have a lighter background like this one, it's gonna be lighter. Where am I? Scooch up a little bit. I am way too low. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, hello everybody. How art thou? Where are my pictures? 1, 2. How is everybody? You know what I was doing the other day? Thinking about life. I was thinking about life in the shower and I was like, wow. I wish I had no thoughts. What's happening? I'm doing schoolwork. I have to do these 2 assignments. Well, not really assignments. I'm doing a quiz right now, but like it's a written quiz. And it's not an actual quiz, it's just I have to fill this out. Let's see here, which one do I want to do first? Ah, here we go. Let's do this one first, I guess. I got out of my cooking class for college. Nice! I can't see a thing. I hate doing homework. Oh, what a mood. Yeah. Me too. But I have to do this. It's worth like 20% of my grade. So we're just typing. Let me put this here. Name of thing. Date. Finals next week? Same! I do have finals next week as well. Yippee! The saddest yippee you'll ever hear. Yippee! Me in college? Well, technically university, but yes, college. Ooh, approximate number. Maybe 100? I don't know. Purpose. See my homework? I have to fill out this event that I attended and then I have to write about it, so. Let's see here, purpose. Cool. Can you hear that? You know what I should do? I turn off that noise key. Whirr, you can hear the sound of my PC fans. Yeah. You can hear my PC, you can hear my typing, and you can also probably hear my PC fans just going. Where's my thing? Okay. Ooh. Alright, let's do this. I think this would be easier if I... Let me do my thing, and I'm going to look and see if I can put a timer on screen. Oh, bow, bow. Apply. Okay. Add. What is this? Window? Image. Text. Starting text. Is it this one? Reset. Alright, I'm using this picture. Here's my timer. Hello. How do you remember things easier for class? You write it down. You write it down. That's really it. There's no like easy way around it. It's just you write stuff and you take notes. Hello, hi Nathan, how are you? This is my work timer. And then when it runs out, we will, I guess, we'll yap a little bit and then we'll go back to work. I've written down a list of things that I was thinking about in the shower, so I got a lot to yap about. How are you? How do you spell negotiation? Negotiation and if you're wondering why the title is like that, is because I have Kakyo in my mind, just constantly. If you're wondering, I've been thinking about that a lot recently, just like wait a minute. Communicate. Audience appropriate. Context. Close. Alright. And Ooh. Principles. $16, $17, and $19. Whoa! Sorry, I forgot I have this key to that specific number. Why is it stuck like that? My god, oops, I'm so sorry. Not the appropriate outfit for studying. Hello, good morning. How are you? 1 second. I should change my Twitch category. I should probably not be in just chatting. I should probably be in studying. Wait, co-working? I'm not... There is a specific... Is this Asian parenting ASMR? Yeah. You haven't done your work. Why don't you understand this? No. Cowboys. There is a stream category called Cowboys on Twitch. NTR. No. Where is... What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? I just read the most like the worst manga ever, because they kept like they just kept baiting. I know it's a yaoi tag. Okay, the yaoi tag is it relevant to studying? Maybe. And we'll talk about the yaoi later. It will come up later. We'll get to it. It's on my list of things to talk about when we're on break. Let me finish writing this first. Proof of attendance. I have to send this to myself. Oh, pictures. Which one is this? Nope. This one. Ah, I hate personal reflections. Oh wow, I totally agree. I think that this happened. I too believe that this and so is like how this works and all that. Yeah. Sales skills. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by my own music. And contributes to your long-term You ever write a sentence and you just stare at it and you're like, yeah, what the hell, sure. That's me. Communication. And I'm a professional. I am a professional. Hell yeah. This. Oh, is this a workshop? What is this? Oh, seminar. Bum, bum, bum. I will say though that what is 1 + 1? 2 fish window. I have a multiple experience. I will say I have a lot of experience sitting at the kitchen table with my dad staring at me, and I have lots of notes home from the teachers going, Kyo was given 15 minutes to do this assignment, and she came home and did one question. She did not do her work. And it was like a it was like a hey, what happened here? And it's like, well, I don't know. So my dad would have to sit there and be like he would sit there and he would stare at me while I do my homework, and I'm like, he's like, you can't do anything else until you do your work. The absent-minded stare, honestly, was me just like zoning out instead of doing my homework. They're like, hey, you have questions 10? Like 1 to 10 for your math problems. You gotta do them. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm looking at. If you're the mom who's the dad, I'm not the mom. There's no dad, there is no mom. I am the singular parent of this household. Parent as in singular, parent, plural. I am both the mom and the dad. Or the mom, maybe. God, you know what? Oh my god, the entire time I've been branding myself. People call me mommy, but I'm not a mommy in the like traditional sense of the mom. I make you do your homework. Oh my gosh, I was like... You know how on YouTube you can like ask questions? I was like, hey, Google, what the heck is going on in my streams? And they were like, I don't know about that one. They're like, you've got crazy things happening over there. I was like, thanks, Google. You know when you Google and like Google chat summary will just give you random things? I'm like, hey, let me look at my name. And it's like, oh, Kyo's got chaotic streams. And I'm like, is it? Is it? I don't think so. You haven't seen chaos yet. I guarantee we can go worse, but I've been tame. I've been good. It sometimes is, hey, never been chaotic in my life. Teaches. Taught. Past tense. Sorry. Taught. Teaches. Ow, my knees. Hello. Hi. Oh gosh, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Senke. Sigilurk. Kick. Sedglurkick. I don't know. The mood is usually quite calm. The topics can get wild tonight, so I really appreciate that. Hell yeah. I don't know how to pronounce your name, I'm so sorry. Teaches you how to... Okay, thank you. Just call me Simon. It's like you're looking at a name and then they're like, it's really cool. And then they're like, just call me Bob. And you're like, okay. God, I don't know how to spell today. Hey, do. Hmm. 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 How do you say professionalism in another way? This is my favorite tool, guys. If you ever were like, I need a thesaurus, the thesaurus, look up wordhippo.com. Skill. Dedication. Words are all made up. English is made up. English doesn't make sense. Honor. That is righteous. Fair. Ethical. No. Equitable. Word. Yeah. Select. Do you ever go online and you see people in real life and you're like, wow, people look like that? Like, I was going, I looked at this thing. I don't know, is it rude to look at a picture of somebody and then you like give it to your friend and you're like, I saw this dude, he looks like the male version of you. Is that rude? Because I saw a guy and I was like, holy moly, this guy looks exactly like my friend. But if she was a guy, I think that's rude to say. Is it? I never learned social etiquette. Is that weird? Is that a weird thing to say? Save image. Image 3. Look for an English to LinkedIn translator. Is there a thing? Is that real? Does that exist? Choose file. JPEG. Yay, personal reflection. Hello, my lady, how are you? How's your day been? With very mild, Riz. Yeah, you come in here with the rose clenched between your teeth like, hey, how are you? Hello, how are you? I'm good, thank you for asking. We are writing our homework. I'm doing my homework. So, yeah, we're doing things. Introductory means homework. That's a work rhyme. Homework, you. technically this isn't due until next week Sunday. Well, this week Sunday, I guess. I decided to do it early because I have other things to do too. Could I have done something else? I could have filled in my study guide. I could have submitted that one. No, I'm doing this assignment instead. Been putting it off for way too long, so I might as well. It's not that hard. I can't see what I'm writing. Is it going to be checked using Turnitin AI checker? I don't know. This is a official. I would assume everything that you submit to a course is going to be submitted and ran through an AI checker. And especially because it is a personal reflection, I would assume that they would know. If it's not personal, they're like, well, this looks weird. You know? What else is this called? Oh. Review. No. How do I spell receiving? No. R-E-C-E-I. No. R-E-C-I-E-V. I spelled it right. No. I'm off. E-I, not I-E. Not in my country, not every course, and not everything here is used for checking originality of research papers and thesis. Really. Not here. They're very strict about AI usage at my school. If they suspect that you're using AI, they will expel you from the program, and then you get a 0, and then you get banned from the school permanently, and you get blacklisted. They take it very seriously. Oh, my timer ran out. Okay, well. Here, let me... Here. Alright, now I can yap for 10 minutes. That's a little excessive? Oh, that's normal. It's... Academic integrity is very important. They make us take tests on academic integrity, so we have it ingrained in our brain when we first started. You know? It was like a, hey, what's important? I don't know. Makes sense. You want your work to be original and proper. Because if you're in the workforce and you're like writing a report or whatever, I don't know, I think it's more important to be able to have the skill to do it before kind of like doing something else, right? Builds writing skills, gives you the good, teaches you how to think properly, I guess. Anyways, here is my list of things that I was thinking about in the shower that I wrote down when I got out. And that may or may not be what I thought about in the shower, because the moment I step out of the shower, it kind of disappears. And I wrote here, I want to draw, I want to play Power Wash Simulator, and I want to... I should do a study stream, I have homework. So then here I am, I'm doing my study stream, I'm doing schoolwork. Yeah, that was the brain to thought. Also, I have a lot of stickers. This is very off topic. These are gonna be like very disjointed thoughts because in my brain it's just a lot of like bing 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 bing, like thoughts all over the place. I have a binder that I've been keeping like stickers that I bought to organize, and I was flipping through it. That thing is thick. It's crazy. I went a little crazy buying sticker sheets, like sticker books, and then I ripped out all of the pages and I stuffed them, I organized them by color, and then I stuffed them into this binder. And now my binder is like, if I were to measure it, like 7 inches wide. Like, you know, a brick. It's not like, you know, it's tall and it's wide, but you turn it to the side with the pages thickness and it's like 7 inches wide. You know what's really funny too? I was a little curious and I decided this is very off topic. Now that we're on the topic of size. I wrote down specifically here. I wrote, quote, "Dudes have a lot to worry about and also a lot not to worry about. I'm very jealous." And by that I mean dudes worry so much about stupid things, but then they also worry about like things that aren't important. Like, you know, like some people out there are living life going like, well, what if I ever run into quicksand? What if I ever run into like poison ivy, you know, normal things that people think about on a day-to-day basis that apparently they gave us trauma about when we were kids. But you know what I grew up with as a fear that my mom ingrained into me as a child, and my grandmother, and like literally every single female relative in my family, was, what if you get kidnapped? So like for a long time I was like, well, what if I do get kidnapped? What happens then? They were like, oh, you should watch Gone Girl, you should watch like this movie. What's that other movie about, like, not John Wick and his dog, but like there's a movie based off of a real life case of like a girl who gets kidnapped. My mom is just constantly like, send me article about girl who disappeared for 15 years and they found her body. And I don't know, I don't think guys have to worry about that. And for a very long time my mom was like, oh, you might get kidnapped. Taken? Girl with the dragon tattoo? There's so many movies about it, I know. My mom's constantly like, you're gonna get kidnapped. My main fears in childhood was quicksand and the Bermuda Triangle. See, that's why I say guys have things to worry about and a lot of things that they don't have to worry about, and I'm very jealous about that. Like, you guys are more concerned about like making friends and talking to women, and then here I am over here like, what if I get kidnapped on the street, right? My brain is like, I was teaching myself as a kid, like, well, here's the weak spots in the human body, how is to get out of handcuffs, how to dislocate your shoulder to be able to get out of being tied with what are those called? Zip ties? I was like, here's how to improve shoulder flexibility so I can bend my arms backwards. You know? Where's the best place to run if I was to ever get in a dangerous situation right now at this very moment, you know? Just nut kick him? True. I heard... No, you don't kick them. What you do is that you do the can dance. You lift your knee up and then you extend your shin outwards. It's not just straight up knee, it's like can dance. Like, you don't just kick straight out like a soccer kick. It's not enough momentum. You have to like knee up and then kick out. Go for the eyes, yeah. Hello, hi. There's a kidnap. Ooh. Honestly, I always get a little nervous whenever I see a car just slowly driving behind me, and I'm like, uh-oh. Now I gotta cross the street and I gotta start running in the opposite direction. The girl who escaped the Cara Robinson story, is this the movie? There's a lot of movies. There's like 4 of them. Not even. There's probably more than that. There's like documentaries too about people who get kidnapped and then they like reappear. Hello. Ah, yes. I wish I had worries like that guy's too. Anyways, as we were talking about this, what am I listening to? We're talking about getting kidnapped. As a person with nuts, the Jiggle Bitties family jewels are an intentional design flaw of failsafe, if you will. I heard that the best way to like, not even a kick. I heard that you should just go for the hand grab. Like, if you can take your fingers and you can just like grab them and then you dig your fingers behind like the back part and then you twist and you pull downwards. Apparently that does a lot of damage. Just ask her for cannibalism. Hey, that's not odd. Yes, it's apparently a design flaw that they gave to people. They were like, oh yeah, temperature control. There's a lot of flaws about the human body. I don't know. Somewhere along the way, evolution decided to just screw over half the population. They're like, yeah, we're gonna do this. You want to take someone out quick, punch them in the Adam's apple? Well, if you want to crush their trachea, sure, you can punch them there, but you know what you can do instead is that you can just punch somebody in the nose. People's noses are very sensitive. Unless they've been broken, unless their nose has been broken previously, then maybe that won't do much effect, so maybe you want to go for the eyes. It's like the exhaust port in the Death Star. It's like the heat source. That's where the warmth is. That's where the... Oh no. Have you guys ever been around dogs? I don't know if you guys have been around dogs, but like... There is a reason why I am afraid of big dogs, and one of the reasons is that whenever dogs see you, their like first instinct is to like shove their head in your crotch. I don't know if guys have this problem, but for girls, if you're on your period, this may be TMI, but dogs, if they sense that you're on your period, like the first thing they will do is stick their head in their crotch. I don't know. This is a specific girl problem. That's why I don't like dogs. Actually, it's not just because of that. It's because dogs like to tackle me. And almost every single big dog... Hey, welcome! Don't worry, I don't get my period. Wow, what a time you join, hey! Hi, welcome. Don't worry, I have other things on here that I was gonna talk about. That's probably worse. I don't know. Do people see me live? Question for the people who follow me. Question: do you guys ever like see that I'm going live and they're like, oh my god, Kale's live? My TV show is on. Yippee! Or is it like, oh my gosh, streamer? Like, if someone's watching and then they're like, there's like, let's say there's like 3 other people who are streaming at the exact same time that you're following. my show's on. Yes. Hello, how was yaoi mommy work? Well, those are two separate things, first of all. Yaoi is a yaoi type because I like to talk about the yaoi I read. And then mommy is because I keep getting told that I have a mommy voice, which I don't think so. But I have decided I will embrace the title because I do mommy things, apparently. Like, I sit here and I watch you do your homework and then I tuck you in when you're going to bed. Am I your mom? No. Am I your mommy? No. I will be your Discord daddy though. If you ask me, you're like, hey, will you be my Discord daddy? Hell yeah, kitten. I will. Can't call me mommy, you have to call me daddy. Why do guys like being called daddy? That's such a weird thing. Is it like a kink thing? Like, I remember reading a long time ago about like DDLG. It's like, what? Dom, daddy, little girl, something like that. It's such an interesting topic. If you want to look up, there's like a whole website about it. It's really odd. There's like a whole fetish. Not my thing, but like, I was reading into it. It's on the same scale as like people who are really into pet play. Which I also never really understood. Not all guys do, I hate it, okay, good. Some people out there have basic tastes, I respect that. Some people are into odd things, some people are into normal things, who knows. I remember, have you guys ever seen that BDSM test going around? I was looking at that and I've never gotten more normal results in my life. I was like, wow. Half the questions on there are so odd too. It's like, do you like being stepped on? I'm like, no. Do you like eating out of a dog bowl? No. What? Do you like losing the sense of control? No. They're so extreme. I do not like being called a daddy, but once I was called a jeweler. A jeweler? What is a jeweler? What does that mean? What is that? Anyways, back to typing. I don't know, I'm not a big nickname person. I think if anybody were ever call me like a nickname or whatever, especially in a relationship, I'd be like, who? Do not call me that. What? Although the only exception is with like older women. Honestly, like if like an older lady is like, oh sweetie, I'm like, okay. Yes, ma'am. Or like, you know how old like really, really old ladies call you like funny nicknames? Like a white woman. They'll be like, oh pumpkin, oh cupcake. I was like, okay, yeah, okay. And they're like old women. Like you hold open the door for an old lady or you let a like lady sit on the bus and they're like, thank you, sugar, and you're like, okay. Who's a jeweler? It's a person who works in a jewelry school. Like, why is someone calling you that? Cause is that your profession? Why would somebody call you that? Like as a normal day-to-day thing? Now I get the meme stuck in my head of like the you're my sweetie beady pumpkins, my beady weedy pumpkin, something like that. I don't know, some TikTok audio of like normally it's paired with like people putting pictures of their dog and they're like, you're my itty weedy pumpkins, my baby. What homework are you doing? My self-reflection. Every single time we have to attend a work thing, well, not a work thing. Every single time we attend I guess, a workshop, we have to write a reflection on it. So I am writing my reflection. It says, overview of session, personal reflection, moving forward. Thank you for the follow, Zerdan Sloth. Sorry, my brain is very distracted right now. Honestly, before I started this, I was gonna title this stream, am I procrastinating or do I have depression? Because I was like, I was gonna take the depression test. I was gonna be like, if in the past 2 weeks, have you ever felt the urge to like not want to do things? Do you feel joy in doing things that you're looking forward to? And I was like, good question. I feel like I should go ask Google that. Google, based off of my search history, am I mentally stable? That's an odd nickname to give somebody in bed. We asked 100 people, what's the worst nickname you've ever been called in bed? I know, right? Yeah. It's like that. What's that? Like, Family Feud. We asked 100 women, what's the number one thing that things that you can say in bed and also on the street? Taxi. Someone recently asked me what motivates me in life, and I sat there pondering how to make it through life without motivation anymore. Oof, yeah. Honestly, what a mood. I haven't sat there. It's like, what's the purpose of life? Is life worth going on anymore? I asked my mom the other day, I said, hey, am I middle-aged? And she laughed at me. She laughed in my face. I was like, well, I mean, if the average lifespan is like 70, like, maybe are you middle-aged? And then she was like, no, middle age is when you get to like 50. I was like, okay, well then I guess I'm in my quarter-life crisis. That's the average. I don't know, what's the average of people living? Usually it's around like 75, right? 80? I don't know, for me, my average life, like, in my brain, the average lifespan is 65. Because that's when I would want to go. I want to die. Well, honestly, I would like to go right now, but you know. I go when I go. Not even like because I'm like sad or whatever. I'm not depressed. I don't have depression. Although I think if I were to go through like that question that they make you with like the depression screening test, it'd probably be like mildly. But that's normal. It's normal. 65 is a bit young, 75 is a sweet spot. Listen, I took a course on geriatrics, and one of the things that they talked about was, here is the ideal scale of which you want to live your life. You want to be fine until you're not fine, and then you want to steadily decline until you die. You don't want to linger. You don't want to go slowly downhill and be like, well, I gotta live with back problems for 10 years, and then my liver's slowly failing, and then I get the dementia, and then my brain no longer works anymore, and then you're just lingering at the end. You're still alive, but you're not really alive, you know? You don't want that. You just wanna hit like some major issue and then die. That's what you want. You want to go out like a bang. Why would you want to live? Why would you want to linger? Quality of life over quantity of it? True, exactly. You want to have a fine life until you're not fine anymore. That's why I have always say, if I'm gonna die, I want to end up on the news. Like, I'm not dying until I end up on the news. They always said that to me. Like, the old ladies at my work, there are very few honors in a world of rival being called sweetie by an old lady, for that matter, yeah. There's older women at my work, and they're bless their heart, their favorite thing ever to say is like, when you're going home for the night, be good, don't get in trouble when you're going home for the weekend and stuff. And they say it every single week. It cracks them up. It's like, I don't know what's with older ladies. I don't know what's with older ladies, but they're like, that's their sense of humor. On Fridays, going home, they're like, stay out of trouble, and I'm like, I'm gonna go home and I'm not gonna go outside. But okay. Or like when you're going on vacation, they're gonna be like, oh, we're gonna see you on the news. We might see you on the news. I'm like, I hope so. I hope so. God. The type of speech broke is when you tell him not to speed in the car. Hell yeah. Honestly, if I were to go the next day, I don't think I would have any, like... I wouldn't have any regrets. Actually, maybe I would have one. My one regret is that I've never gotten to eat a candied apple. That's my one regret. I want to eat a candied apple. That's my only thing. That's my only thing in life that I have right now. That's my bucket wish list. I have a list of things that I want to accomplish in my life, and one of them is I want to eat a candied apple. My mom always says, why do you want to eat a candied apple? That's bad for your teeth. It's like really hard. You can't really like eat it. You have to like lick it. And I'm like, well, I always see pictures of it and it looks really good. It's not that good, but it looks good. Why do they make them so red and pretty? Or like an apple covered in caramel or chocolate. It looks good. How do you eat it? Do you have to cut it up or do you just bite into it? That's my life goal. I want to eat a candied apple. I think about cotton candy a lot too. I'm like, cotton candy. I haven't had one of those in about 20 years. Are you 50? I do not miss them. Hey, I like them. I've never tried a candied apple. I would like to. I like cotton candy. I was watching a video on gourmet cotton candy from like this Japanese company. And it was like, they sell hard little round candies that you can put inside the cotton candy machine. It doesn't have to be like the powdered sugar. You can put it in when they're like big round candies. They're like hard candies and you can just stick it in there. I don't know how cotton candy machines work. But they sell like these little hard candies. And at first I was like, oh, hard candies, because you can just pop them in your mouth and eat them as is. But they're like, no, you put these in the cotton candy machine. I was like, oh, I didn't know you could do that. I was about 4 when they stopped selling them. That's sad. That's sad. Do you ever have things that you had in your childhood that you're like, well, I miss this now? I don't know what happened to that one. That's me with a lot of things. It's like, I remember I had this. I wonder where that went. I don't know. Gone forever. It's a lot of, like, the rest of my childhood. Gone forever. Who knows? Does it exist? I don't know. This is the opposite of a co-working stream. I'm not co-working at all. Okay, let me go back to working. How to and why it is important. There once was Batman ice cream with licorice flavor. I've never tried licorice before. The only experience with licorice I have is the red rope licorice that they have in American candy, you know, like the Twizzlers. People who are American will understand. The plastic texture red rope licorice. Those are good. Like, you have to be in a very specific mood for those, but like if you are on like in the mood for them, they are delicious. The red rope, the Twizzlers, they're like, they have the texture of hard plastic and they taste like nothing. Like the mildest texture and flavor of cherry and plastic. I like it. But I've never actually tried actual licorice. Like, you know the British people licorice? The ones that come in like little colorful circles? They have shapes and they have colors. They're like pink and black and white and blue. I look at those and I'm like, they look pretty. I don't know if I would enjoy it. Never had licorice before. A lot of things in my life I'm missing out on, apparently. I've had wine gums once. They have wine gums in Canada. I also tried like the British wine gums. Have you ever tried those? What's that specific British convenience store that's been around for like 100 years? That really old store that still exists. I don't know. The electricians ignite urge to consume cables. If you like Twizzlers and you're Canadian, go to like a Circle K. They have a specific candy called a Live Wire. It's like a Twizzler but better. It's got like a little sugar filling on the inside. That's sweet and a little bit sour. If you like chewing cables, British convenience store is also a better name. What's it called? It's not a Lawson's, right? That's Japanese. What's that? What's that old British convenience store? What's it called? It's at a train station. I like tea and egg. Nice. Sainsbury's! It's a Sainsbury's! Hello! Hi again! Coffee! Oh. It looks like tea, I'm sorry. They're the same color. Hello! I don't know how to read your name, but hi, I know what you're saying. No. Not Lawson's. Why my brain keep thinking about Lawson's? It's not Lawson's. Ooh. Sainsbury's. I've had wine gums from Sainsbury's and those are hard. If you want a jaw workout, get wine gums. Those are hard. You know what's also like? If you want like old people candy, try like Quality Street chocolates. You feel like an old lady. And like a little chocolate and you're like, oh, this is like the exact kind of grandma candy that people give you out of their purses. I'm trying to read that and I don't know the first word. Yes, I'm doing schoolwork. At least I think that's what you're trying to say. Cafe. Yes. I mean, you can have tea at a cafe. You can have tea. It's not like it's, What do you mean, old people? I like to eat those. It feels like old people things. Third is entertainment because Twitch, yeah. I don't know. You can have tea at a cafe. They sell tea at Starbucks and specific other places. Hey Frost, how are you? They sell tea and coffee. I like tea. I can't have coffee. I get headaches. I have a problem. I can't have caffeine. It gives me very bad headaches. But I would sell tea. I like tea. Only in specific circumstances though. I only like milk tea. Like, I'm talking about really strongly brewed black tea with milk and sugar. I am a coffee hater here, I'm sorry. I like the taste of it, it's just I can't have too much of it, and I really like blonde roast, but unfortunately that has the most caffeine. I love flat whites. Like when I used to work at coffee store, black tea, yeah. Black tea, Earl Grey with ice cream. Vanilla ice cream is actually really good. It's like an affogato. I don't have whipped cream. I just put ice cream in it. It's really good. proper decaf is the way to go. Just give it a try. Yeah, well, I've had decaf before. I am a coffee hater. I love the taste of coffee. It's like being allergic to lactose, you know? You like, I shouldn't have it, but it does taste good. Right? It gives me such bad headaches for the rest of the day, but man, does it taste good. Like, the first sip, yummy. The rest of it, like, 5 more sips and then I have a headache. I'm headache central for the rest of the day, permanently. It's like it's a permanent debuff. You know? That's my problem. See, they said God says you would be too powerful if you were allowed to have caffeine, so we've decided to debuff you by giving you caffeine sensitivity. This first sip was the best, the rest was hell. Yeah, exactly. That's the same exact way that I am with alcohol too. Like, if I could get drunk, I would have so much fun, but I can't, so... It's the same exact thing, you know? I get a little bit tipsy and then it starts going down straight into, like, I can feel my heartbeat and I can hear sound. Like, I can feel my heartbeat in my hands. And then I start seeing static, and then it goes to, like, straight up, like, headache central as well. So I can't drink, and I can't have caffeine. So I don't really drink energy drinks. I don't drink energy drinks and I don't drink coffee. Maybe it's because I'm dehydrated. I don't know. Maybe it's that. I don't know what it is. Is it because I don't have hydration and then, like, when my... Because caffeine is a... What's it called? It makes your blood vessel shrink and it makes you, like, diuretic. Makes your blood vessels thin. So maybe because I'm dehydrated, I don't know what it is. Can you have flavored water at least? I can, but it's not because I don't know, I don't really like it. I don't like sparkling water, I don't like carbonization. That's the thing I don't like too, I don't like carbonated things. Alcohol making you self-aware of everything? People always say stuff like, oh, I was under the influence of alcohol. I didn't know what I was doing. I was drunk. I have never been more aware of what I'm doing when I'm drunk. Like, when people say, oh, it inhibits you, I have never been more aware of in my life when I'm drunk, when I'm drinking. It's always like, I'm more aware than I've ever been before. I'm, like, thinking in my head thoughts, and I'm like, whoa. I can feel my hands. I can feel my feet. And I think to myself, I'm like, man, what are people talking about when they're like, oh, I did something stupid when I was drunk? Like, never. What are you talking about? How much drink do you have to drunk to make a mistake? You know? I don't get it. Because you did it in moderation, try drinking 0.5 of vodka, be black out in 1 hour. I wouldn't even get that far. I don't think... I would just go straight to sick. It wouldn't go straight to sick. It inhibits you, brother, that is your inhibits. It would just... it wouldn't even go to, like... It would go straight to hangover. I skipped the drunk part, I go to hangover. That's not fun. Hello, Solarian guy. I don't have sensitivity, but caffeine is a downer for me instead of an upper. You may have neurodivergency. I think people just relax because it's socially acceptable to be silly when drunk. It's an excuse. Is that it? Maybe instead you should just be like, I'm gonna get drunk off of apple juice. I'm gonna go drink like a whole bottle of apple juice and I'm gonna pretend like I'm drunk. Let your inhibitions fly. If you're gonna be stupid, just do stupidity. Sober. I'm gonna reset my timer again. Be stupid. Just do it. You don't have to have the excuse of being drunk. Hello. Hi, Salam guy. You don't have to be drunk to make mistakes. Just... I make mistakes all the time. I'm good, how are you? I'm super silly when I go out. People get silly before drinking. Guess it's all social. Yeah. I will say though, like, drinking for the flavor is fine, because I have poured vodka into like a slushie and I've just mixed that around, and my god, that does taste good. But would I ever just drink straight up vodka on its own? No. It's okay to drink in moderation, but if you full send it, that's gonna be asked for the next day. I want to try it once in my life. I want to get blackout drunk, but I know I'm never gonna be able to get to it. I'm very happy right now. Thanks for asking. Yeah, no worries. Vodka burns like hell. It tastes like drinking hand sanitizer. Being drunk makes you not worry about those mistakes and makes the whole silly behavior very organic. I don't know. I've always been aware of being drunk. I've always been aware. Like, my brain is always like, I see where I am right now. I know what I'm doing. If anything, it makes your thoughts slower. Like, it doesn't make you sillier. For me, it makes thoughts slower, and I'm just more like, I think through things more. It becomes more of like a self-aware thing where it's just like, I'm seeing myself from a third person perspective, and I'm like, I'm aware of my surroundings for once. Wow. And then I zone out. You'll be able to make it to very drunk if you take it in cocktails. I've tried mixing soju with beer, and I was fine when I was sitting, but the moment I stood up, my vision went out. My vision went black. And I was like, wow, I had half a glass of beer and like 3 soju shots, and that was gone. I stood up, my vision was dark, and then I couldn't make it down the stairs. I had to like... That recipe is brutal, man. I didn't know. My only experiences with drinking is that time, and the time I decided to drink like half a mug full of vodka and milk. I will say this. Drinking vodka and then doing like a milk as a chaser is not a good flavor. I will say that. It doesn't taste good. Half a water. Half a mug of vodka. Like, you know, it's like about 3 shots of vodka in a glass. They were like, you know, when you're at a party, they're like, oh, we're gonna share a cup. We're gonna share a glass. And we're gonna pour like an approximate amount. It's like that lady with the 2 shots of wine. I heard you say milk. Oh yeah, I did have milk. A mug full of vodka and milk sounds like some sort of Soviet torture. What are you doing? We only had milk. And I don't like soda. What possessed you to mix vodka with milk? We didn't have anything else, and I don't like soda because I don't like the carbonation. So I was like, oh, we'll just drink milk. So I would drink my mug of vodka, and I was like, oh, vodka tastes like alcohol. It tastes like rubbing alcohol. Might as well mix it with milk, because at least milk tastes good. Bad idea, by the way, it doesn't taste good. You're like, wow, milk mixed with hand sanitizer, even worse. But I did drink. If you want to know what me vodka on is like, it was like, I was sitting on the floor for an hour drawing pictures of dogs on the wall. That's what I was. And then the second time I decided to mix beer with soju, I was on the floor of the bathroom. And I lost my phone. Actually, no, I found it because I left, and then they were like, where'd my phone go? And then I went back inside. I had to go back up. And I was like, oh, there's my phone. I was in the bathroom. I was on the floor. Like, I was sitting underneath the sinks, like, knees to my chest, head in my hands. Yeah, apparently alcohol does different things to you. There's a Russian cocktail called Rough. It's 50 milliliters of vodka and 500 milliliters of beer. It kicks you so bad from the first pint, you have no idea. Ooh. That reminds me, there's this drink specifically called, like, a Black Widow. And you mix black coffee with vodka. And it's like, hey, you ever want to get smashed? Vodka and coffee. Michael Green drinks half a mug of vodka. Wonder why she was so drunk. I was not drunk. I was aware, but I was like zooted. I was like zoning out, and all I could think about was like, wow, the texture on this wall is so brick. The ones I drank dogs on the floor that makes you head to the toilet. I was on the floor, yeah. If you mix fizzy drink with heavy alcohol, it absorbs crazy fast, you go sick very fast. Beer is not fizzy though. And I've never gotten a hangover in my life because what I do when I drink alcohol is that I will drink my weight's worth in water. Like every single shot that I take, I will drink a glass of water. It's like I'm pouring myself a whole cup of water. For every like sip of alcohol, I'm just drinking water. Which is a good thing. You know, that's what you should be doing if you don't want to get a hangover. Some beers are fizzy, not all though. Ooh. I dilute the alcohol, yeah. I eat too. I eat food and I drink water. So I'm drinking properly. But I don't know. I think the type of drunk I am is just eepy. I'm not the fun drunk. I'm like the kind that wants to sit on the floor and then I want to like curl into a ball and then sleep. It takes an hour though. Like if I feel sick and I drink and I'm like, oh, you know what I should do? I'm gonna go sit on the ground and I'm gonna wait for it to go away. The POV drives me up the wall, some random Korean. Yeah. My two main drinks now are a sweet old-fashioned or an amaretto sour. Ooh. POV. Yeah, I'm doing homework. There is a specific German beer that's popular in Korea that's actually not that bad. It's a really good beer. Like normally when I try beers taste like bread. Beer doesn't taste good to me. But there's a specific brand of beer that's really popular in Korea and it doesn't, not that bad. It's like a blue bottle, like a blue little label with like black text. It's good, which I don't know. I'd have to look at pictures. Do homework drunk is more fun. I had a friend when I was in university, like when I used to live in the dorm, I had a friend who would go to lectures drunk because they claimed it helped them study better, like it helped them focus. So they would mix vodka and cranberry in a bottle. Like imagine a whole water bottle, half of it vodka, half of it cranberry juice, and then they would go to lectures like that. I'm like, okay, good for you. I don't know what you're doing. And then their solution for a hangover was, if you got a hangover, just drink more. Dude was ready, yeah. They were like, you have a hangover, just drink more alcohol. I was like, okay. That's not great advice. Do you have a hangover? Just drink more alcohol. If you're permanently in a state of drunkenness, you'll never get a hangover, apparently. Beer is bread. Beer has so many calories. Alcohol has so many calories in general, my god. Like, if you look at the amount of calories in alcohol, it's like a whole meal. Last time I got drunk, there was a party at the top of the building across the bar, and I convinced my friends to go camp the door so someone coming let us in, and we took the elevator up there and screamed as it's closing to go back down. And whatever that type of drunk is, I don't know what that is. Polliner? I don't know. I prefer JP beer. Beeru. There's some people that actually drink alcohol before the test to calm their nerves and they pass. I don't know. An office worker in my firm that's the most productive guy in the whole department just drank hot cocoa the whole day. I would love to drink hot cocoa all day. I drink hot cocoa before I go to bed. Like, before, sometimes on stream, I'll have like a little... I make myself a little mug of hot cocoa and I'll drink that on stream. Let me look up, like, German beers. I know it's a specific brand. I think it's... Is it Cass? I don't know. Maybe Cass. Or Height. I don't know what that is. Thank you for the follow, Walker! And thank you for the follow, It's Homeboy. Maybe it is Height. I don't know. Cass is Korean. It is! I did! It was a Korean beer. I did try a Korean beer. It's got a fruity flavor. And I mixed it with soju. It wasn't that bad. It did get me smashed though, I will say. It was not a fun time. I was like, huh, am I a lightweight or is this just a combination in specifics? Because I've had just soju on its own before with friends, and I don't think I've ever gotten that bad. So that will smack you? Okay, well. I guess I learned. Second time drinking alcohol. Functional alcoholic in the making, oh no. That's the #1 way to get like a... Probably you're not just used to too much alcohol. I've only drinking like 3 times in my life. And I'm talking like sitting down like I'm gonna drink, you know? The rest of the times has been like I'm gonna get 1 drink and I'm gonna like sip on my cocktail. The other times I was like with a group of friends at a party and they're like, oh, we're gonna drink. And I'm like, okay. And they kept pouring me shots and I was like, okay, we're drinking. Different drinks make me... I want to try tequila. I heard tequila will mess you up, but I want to try. I've also wanted to try rum. And whiskey. I've never tried those flavors before, so I don't know. I would like to try the flavor of it. Try makgeolli? I've tried makgeolli before. It tastes like rice. I tried a little bit, like a little sip. My Korean friends, they were like, you should try this. And I tried it, and it feels like I'm tasting like rice wine. Like, have you ever tried cooking with rice wine? Kind of grainy. It's got a texture to it. It's interesting. It's kind of sweet. Drinks make me different kind of drunk. Most make me nice drunk or foot drunk for whatever reason. Jack Daniels makes me mean and angry. Sake or makgeolli? Makgeolli. Sake is... It's like a really watered down version of soju if soju didn't have flavor. I've mostly just tried soju with flavoring. If soju was plain, it's kind of similar to sake. Although sake is a little bit salty. I don't know, it's like weird. If you've ever tried sake, it's like salty. Makgeolli is a little bit like that too. That how it tastes? Yeah. I've tried champagne, and I also think champagne tastes like bread. Like, worse than beer. If you're ever like, what's the difference between beer and champagne? It's champagne's like bitter bread, and then beer is like piss and bread. I am a bourbon connoisseur. My father-in-law makes home bourbon. It's crazy good. I've never tried bourbon. There is a kind of bread you make with a fermented rice created in the making of makgeolli. Ooh. There is a bread that you can make with it, like a dish. Interesting. By the way, tequila's off in my opinion. You know what piss tastes like? No, but that's what I imagine piss to taste like. It's bitter. Tequila? I heard that like you're supposed to do a specific thing with tequila where you take a shot and then you have to like lick salt off your hand and then bite a lime. Why? Why do you do that? Booze bread, interesting. I should look that up. Oh. I did not know that was a thing. Just the Korean? I looked up beer bread and apparently it is a recipe. It's made with rice. Oh, okay. No beer bread. Sulpang, it says. Sulpang is made with fermented bread, steamed bread. It says. It's a ritual tequila, it's a whole experience. It's a harsh taste. I've never tried it. Salter is cinnamon? Cinnamon with tequila, what? That's weird. Huh. What about wine? I like sweet and semi-sweet wine. I've tried different types of wine. I think it all just kind of tastes like bread. I've tried ice wine. People are always like, oh, ice wine is the sweet wine, right? The fruity one. It's mild at best. It's okay. I don't know, it all tastes like bread to me. I don't like red wine. Red wine tastes more like bitter bread, and then white wine tastes like a mild bitter bread. Like, okay, I just say it bread as an example of like, imagine eating sourdough bread and you eat a lot of it. You know that astringent aftertaste of eating sour bread? You know the aftertaste of eating sourdough bread? It's that flavor of the sourdough bread, the yeast flavor that I taste when I when I taste wine or beer or whatever. Are you sure you just don't like taste like bread and you're tasting yourself? I don't know. Hello, Belle. How are you? I don't think I taste like bread. I don't know. The alcohol tastes like bread. But then I do want to try different alcohols. But then, if I try different alcohols, I want to get a whole bottle. You know. What am I supposed to do with the rest of it? So I think I'd have to go out to a bar and then order like a single shot of things. Like, can I go to a place and be like, I will try a little taster palette of all the alcohols? Gio's next stream alcohol tasting, I'll go to a bar and I'll be like, I want one of everything. I'm gonna try that and then this. I'm gonna try tequila and I'm gonna try the rum and then I'm gonna try bourbon. And I'm gonna try the whiskey. I have a friend who's really into rums and whiskeys. She's like almost a quarter away from becoming like a flask alcoholic. She's like, I got this spiced rum, and I'm like, okay, girl. Good for you. There's a thing called shot roulette, where they pour you 50 milliliters of a lot of alcohols. Really? I never know why the phonetic alphabet W is for whiskey. Because it's based off of the... what? Alpha... Romeo... Beta... I don't know. Some kind of military code. Because it's the least amount of words that can be mistaken for another thing, because things sound like another thing. Because you could say something like, W is like U, W. And if you say something else that starts with the letter W, like walk, how do you know it's not yours? It doesn't sound like valk, V. Try a single shot of Everclear, one shot only, but one. Try it and all your sinuses will open instantly. I've never tried Everclear, but you know what I have tried? What's that cheap vodka called? The one with the red bottle. It's like a red bottle with like clear. Smirnoff. Absolute no. It's a cheap brand. We got Smirnoff. It was not good. I think there's something called a fountain or something where someone just pours you alcohol down your mouth for like 15 seconds with a bottle of alcohol, and I saw that happen in front of me when I went to a party. That was my prom after party whenever I went to a house party. There was a guy walking around with the bottle spout pourer, and they were like, lean over. And then I saw a guy just do shots, and then they were like doing it off the side of a table. Like the guy like bent his head back, and then they were like pouring shots into his mouth. It's worse than a keg. Like, I don't know. That was an experience. I was like, I've seen so many things at that party. I was like, wow, I feel like I was in an American party. And it was not in the US. I was in Canada. That's a thing though, what they call it, a rager? Have you heard of a shoey? No. They call it a rager, where they have the whole like cask, and then people just pour it down their mouth. I don't know what they're doing with that. Everclear is the strongest legal alcohol proof. 95 ABV. Ooh. Ever drink till 5 a.m. then went for class 8? No. I don't get hangovers. I just drink a lot of water. I drink a lot of water, so no. Have you? Do you guys have any fun drunk stories? I don't have any. All my drunk stories is like me in the bathroom, feeling sick, being all like, I feel like I'm gonna throw up, but I'm not gonna throw up. Nothing to be hungover with if you're constantly drunk. That's what one of my friends says. Is this shoey where... Oh, is that the Australian thing where they drink beer out of a boot? Is that an Australian thing? Right? I think it's an Australian thing. Yeah, that's the Australian thing. How does a shoe hold water? How do you... Are they drinking it out of like a rain boot or something? That reminds me that there's a specific bar where they serve you a shot of alcohol with a toe in it. And then they had to stop doing the toe thing because people kept stealing the toe. Like, people were taking the finger home. So then they had to replace it with the fake one. And you make me wonder, where are they getting all those toes from? I gotta look that up. I've always thought bartending was such a fun job. Because I read manga about people and like sommeliers, and then they're like, oh, so experienced with the different types of alcohol that pair with whatever's and the flavors. And I don't think I have that much of a dedicated palate for alcohol, but it does sound fun to be able to mix drinks. They're like, oh, this is a bowl shot. You take beef broth and you mix it with rum, and you get a specific, and you heat it up and it becomes like a hot soup alcohol, and you're like, ooh. I have so many drunk stories, but I'm here to share another crazy cocktail called Nuclear Winter. It's made with absinthe, champagne, and grenadine. When you drink it, you need to wear a military cast because the moment you swallow, you're being hit with a baseball bat. Oof. Absolute, though, wow. No, absinthe. I've heard that absinthe is pretty bad. Absinthe is like, they used to give it to people as a remedy for colds, and then you have to have a special spoon where you drip absinthe over a sugar cube. And it goes into like a little glass and it becomes cloudy and they drink it at night as a little aperitif and they're like, medicine. This is back in the day when people were doing cocaine. The only alcohol story I had was my friend telling me I had molested a pole at the bar. What? I once drank a shot of 80% absinthe. Ooh. I don't know. I would like to try different alcohols. It's just I don't know if I could handle it. I think I would have been out if I were to do that. I'd have to be like a long period of time. It'd be like maybe every 3 months I go out and I have like one shot and I'm like, flavor. Or I go with a friend who's a heavyweight and I take a sip and I give the rest to them and I'm like, finish this. Last time I was in the ribcage with a Basto Deu? I don't know what that is. I was not drinking? Ooh. You know you're hammered when people are like just drinking straight out of the bottle. That's when you have a problem. When you're drinking just straight out of the bottle, you're just taking shots and you're like... Oh, military. Ah, I see. Like, the compulsory service, yeah, that you guys have to do in Korea. That sucks. I have a friend who very specifically told me, they were like, I don't want to go to the military. They're like, I'm dreading it, and I was like, oh. I see. I wonder where they are now. I don't know. Apparently, though, I did read, depending on what you study, they can put you in different places. Like, if you're studying like a master's, they'll put you in something related to your master's. You won't have to go out and do like field trenches. Although I do have a friend who was in cadets who did like military stuff. I don't know if she liked it. I also have a relative who decided to apply for the military. Not in Korea, Canada. But I do have a Korean friend who said they didn't want to go to the military. They're a guy. He was like, I don't want to go to the military. He's like, he went to school in Canada and like, he was telling me specifically, he's like, oh, I don't want to go back. Weakling. And it's funny. I have a friend though who did apply for like the military. Or not the military. They have like the thing called cadets in Canada where you're like a specific, it's like a kids program for like the military as a kid. It's interesting. They do like boot camp. Imagine like a more harsh version of ROTC, kind of, yeah. A little bit, yeah, basically like that. Where it's like you're doing, it's like Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, but military-ish. No, not the ROTC in Canada, just like, I don't know what it is. I'm bios with my friend in a gay neighborhood and apparently I debated it with another guy on the benefits bisexuality. Still have no memory of it. Ooh. Hello, Benny VT, how are you? I don't know. That sounds like something I would do. But not drunk. I would do that sober. I would sit there and I would just debate with people. I remember one time I went to a house party and I have two modes when I go to house parties. I either sit and I find somebody outside and I talk to them for like 3 hours about like philosophy and like the morality of ethics, or I go find the nearest dog and I sit down on the floor with the dog and that's my best friend for the rest of the night. I find some side room and some bedroom with like the pet, the animal, the dog, the cat, whatever, and I'm on the floor with them. And that's my best friend. I'm just on the floor. I'm like, this is my kitty. Do they shoot Min 60 Sterling over yet? I don't know. I never asked my friend what their experience with the military was, but I don't know. Hello, good evening. Hi, Hellhound View. We are yapping and getting distracted. Sounds like a good time for me? Maybe. What is? Oh, the dog thing? Yeah, that's... I don't know, I find it fun. I like petting dog, because it's the only time I ever get to pet a dog. It's the only time I ever get to pet a dog, because I don't have any animals at home. And I'm like, oh. Every single time I go outside and I see like an animal, I'm always like, woo. Hanging out with dog for 3 hours sounds like a good time. It is a good time. I don't know, I like hanging out with the cat. Anytime I go to a party and they have a cat, I'm like, this is a good party. This is a great party. I love being here. Why is my computer so crazy? Hi. Last night was intense in my area. Whether it was anyone at Sirens Golf last night? Nope. That's just you. Think Peppy went on drunk as a dog? That's so funny. I once... Dog! Yeah. When I went out once to a club, I met this person who was really interesting, honestly. You ever see people who are drunk in public and they just act interesting and they're like gone? Like, I'm talking lying down on the floor, like gone, and I was like, wow. They're gone. I was like, oh wow. I like, you see crazy things when you go outside. Like, there's people outside on the floor, passed out. There's people outside just on this sidewalk passed out, and you're like, are they dead? Are they dead? Or like, are they okay? I don't know. Normal things that you see. There's a tornado about 20 miles south. That sounds scary. I remember when I was in school, we had to do like tornado drills. I actually saw one that just did that. Oof. Yeah. There's a meme that's been going around on YouTube where it's like, ah yes, in Asia, they don't give you water. They put water bottles around you and they sacrifice you to the demons. And if you pass out in Asia, they put water bottles around you and they sacrifice you to the demons. There's this meme, I keep seeing videos of like TikToks of people like passing out on the street and they just put water bottles around them like a chalk line. It just looks like a cult summoning and everyone just like standing around them with their hands together like, oh. What's it called? Clarify. What's it called? What's another word for benefits? Oh. Yeah. I don't know. Crazy things. Different cultures around the world is very interesting. Let me do work. And typing. Benefits is oops. Not a it's not a right, no. Requirement is an essential part of job. What is World Youth Day? What is that? You want to know something really embarrassing though about the time when I was in Korea? Okay, in Korea there's a specific group of people who like to stand on the street corners and they like to yell all the time about like their religion and stuff, and they're always like, Jesus is coming, the reckoning. It's everywhere. There's like all over the place. It's really scary. I don't know if they're a cult or not, but they like to stand on the street corners like all day long with a speaker and they're like blah blah blah. I once went up to my friend and I was like, hey, what's up with those people? They're kind of odd. And then she looked at me and she was like, that's my religion. I do that. And I said, oh. I said, uh-oh. I'm sorry. I was like, what's going on with that? It was like, it was so odd. That was awkward. And then I said, oh, okay, I just stared at her and I said, oh. And then I walked away from her. I went up my other friends who were behind me, my other two friends who were from Britain, and then I went and I turned around and I said, hey. World Youth Day is a Catholic youth event for 18 to 35-year-olds that the Pope leads. Is this a Korean thing or is this like a Vatican thing, like Italy? I've always wanted... I've never been to the Vatican. Have I been to the Vatican? No, I haven't. I don't think I have. It lasts a week and averages 3 million at the Vatican. Do you guys go to like Italy? Is His Holiness coming yet? Is the Pope coming? I want to see the Pope. He seems like a chill guy. Leo? Yes. I've never been. I've never seen. I don't know what that is. I think the Pope is a chill dude. I like the previous Pope though. The previous Pope was fun. What's his name? Who was the previous Pope? No. Who was the previous Pope? I don't remember. I like that guy. He was chill. I like the current Pope too. Francis! Yeah, Pope Francis. Woohoo! I don't know. He's like a chill dude. I like him. I don't know. He's doing something right out of the world where everybody is like doing stupid things. He's the one willing to call people out on their, you know, stupidity and being like, that's not right. I like that about him. Buenas. Buenos dias. Hello, Misu. D. Welcome. How are you? How are you? What's up? No, it's in a different place. Every 2 to 3 years. The last one's in Portugal. The one next is in Seoul. Really? Oh, I thought it was in the Vatican. I thought it was a Vatican thing. Interesting. I didn't know that was a thing. It's like the Olympics, right? It's like the Olympics, where they held it in different countries every year and they host something. I guess? I'm sad. Oh no. I'm okay. I'm doing okay. I'm still doing my work. I'm still doing homework. But yeah. We're studying. How long have I been streaming? An hour. Almost 2 hours. It's like the Olympics. It may be blasphemy to say so, but it'd be cool if His Holiness is summoned Doomslayer. What is that? I don't know what that is. They had in Denver, Pope John Paul II led that one. Denver? Where? The US? I'm learning a new holiday. I did not know that was a thing. The only thing... Waiting to hit the 3-hour mark to escape for homework. I want to at least get these things done before I go to bed. You know what? It is going to be the 2-hour mark, isn't it? It's going to be the 3-hour mark. It's going to be 2 p.m. and I'll be like, I'm going to bed now and I'm going to have no work done. Justifications. And part of and a part of the Catholic. Can't say I've ever been like strictly religious. I've taken theology courses, but honestly I don't like. I believe in science more. This may be very odd, but my specific take on religion is like a agnostic take, where my belief is that all gods out there are the same God. There is no such thing as multiple. In the sense of having multiple gods with different personas and identities, is that like, you may know this one god as this person, but I believe it as somebody. They're the same thing to me. All god is a god. Doesn't matter what they're called, they're the same being. So in a sense, yes, maybe some third-party thing exists out there that drives forces, because there is too much evidence that people have stated of being near death that proves that maybe there is not something. Maybe there isn't something that doesn't exist, right? Because it's too coincidental for so many people to say like, oh, when they're on the brink of death, they see like somebody comforting them, and then they come back from the brink of death, or they die and they see something and they come back to life. There's so many stories of people having similar overlap of what they see, right? But like, you can't say that God does not exist. I think like something exists out there. I remember the feet. Welcome. Hi. Hello. I imagine that God is a scientist and we're just sitting in a petri dish. Yeah. There's too many coincidences out there for there not to be like some kind of entity out there. But do I believe that there's multiple? No. And whenever people are saying, oh my God is the true one God, no. They're all the same. Every single God is the exact same one. Does your normal deity have a personality disorder? It's not a personality disorder. It's like, if you know in the concept of general religion where it's like, what? The Buddha has multiple avatars. In Catholicism, they believe in like the body, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Right? You can have multiple soul, like multiple bodies, and just have being one person. So you can have multiple people. Interestingly, one of the Apollo astronauts was an atheist and went out to the moon and came back believing in God. Yeah. So I think they're the same person. I think they're all the same. Because there's so many similarities between religions that you can't just be like, well, they're different. Yeah, the Holy Trinity is one God. That's what I believe. Like, all religious deities out there are the same. There's also the thing where people say that God isn't real and others argue he isn't real. Then why the apostles continued preaching even when they were dying? I don't know. Cheese. Yeah, cheese. My name is Cheese. But yeah, that's my belief. That's my specific belief. All gods are the same. If you look up the golden rule is actually very common amongst like almost all the religions out there. The Quran, the Bible, like the thing where treat others how you would like to be treated is the same rule depending on wherever. It's really cool. What time zone am I in? I am in EST. This is 1 a.m. Look up the miracle in Fatima. There are photos too. I don't know what that is. I'm not gonna talk about like a specific religion, but like to me all religions are the same. It is honestly, I have like a more open view of religion, whereas it's like if believing in something helps you with life and helps you cope with life in general and encourages you to be a better person, by all means. But if you're gonna use it as like a method to like put other people down, I don't think that's right. You know? If it helps you cope personally, sure. But don't put other people down for what they believe in. Like, if it's not harming anybody, do it. I read that wrong? I don't know what time that is. Are you talking about 1417? I think that's what they mean. They have no colon. 1417. Go preaching the good stuff? I don't know. Not a preaching, I'm just talking about my beliefs. Military time. What time is that? 12? That's like 2, right? 2? Yeah, 2:17. Is there a different time zones depending on which military section you're in? Is it? Essential part of self advocacy. GMT plus 9 plus the I? Oh. $250 words. Oh boy. Why is it so long? This potential I decided to attend. How do you spell negotiation again? Negotiated. Do-do-do. Oh my god, I cannot spell. Apprehensive. I'm making abysmal spelling mistakes, guys. Pre. God, I cannot spell. Apprehensive. Felt. I can hear it, yeah. I know this. Also, how have you been, Frost? What you been up to? Readiness. Readiness? I've been busy with architecture school. Oof. I forgot which one it was. I think Peanuts or Exonant. One of them's also in architecture school. I hear it's a lot of math. That's why I couldn't try to stream it. Don't worry, if you're busy, it's fine. I don't pay you. Should I get another mod? Exonant, yeah. One of them. Should I get another mod? I don't know. I feel like I don't think my chat's busy enough to need a mod. And at the same time, there are times when it's like, wow, I have to go kick somebody off. Somebody's being weird in chat, I gotta go like delete them, you know? So, something to think about, I guess. I do have Seribot though. The Seribot takes care of the bots. That's it. When it comes to like people being weird, that's a separate thing. Who else is mod? Not in chat right now, but I have 3 mods in total. There is Karu, there is you, and then there is Chimera. Which, I have not seen Chimera in a while. Chimera usually shows up if I'm streaming at like 3 AM. Like really late on Fridays. Like, I'm talking like 5 AM, 4 AM. And then I have, well, Karu was there Friday too. So, I don't know. Depending on time zone, some people don't show up. I only have 3 months. And the chat's more on the bot side, so we can handle it. True. That's what I've been thinking. I think it's fine for now. I think if my chat starts getting a little bit more busy, then I'd have to go think about like maybe I should get another mod. And then I will appoint somebody again. I'll just point somebody out in chat. I'll be like, you. Like what I did last time when I first was picking my mods. I was like, you're a mod now. I think it's good. Yeah, I think it's fine. That's how, if you ever wonder how I got my mods, it's just me in the past being like, you. The decision making, yeah. Just randomly appointing people. I was like, you are here often. You're a regular. Here you go. My mods were just kind of like, yes. I've been appointed. I have to go do my job now. So, You know, it worked out. Honestly, I don't really think that you guys do much. There's not much moderation to do on stream chat, honestly. It's a chill job. Just a point is mod because I was a random that stayed in the kingdom for far too long. True. The jester that's been here for way too long. Do you have a Discord? I do. I really need to remove that. I will say the Discord is a lot of me yapping mostly. It's a lot of me just yapping. It's like on a ratio of. I hope that's updated. What, the Discord? Yeah, it is. I had to remove the link from my about section because I kept getting so many like AI artists joining my server, and I had to like remove them. Yeah. My Discord isn't a lot of me yapping. It's like 90% me. Well, no, it's like 60% me yapping, and then like the rest of it is like a little bit of other stuff. Yeah, people responding to me. It really is. Isn't that what Discord's for? Yeah. I mean, yeah, a little bit. Ever thought about doing movie night for subs? I know I'm not a sub yet. I do. Wow, it's been a while since I've done a movie night. Yeah, maybe. When I finish school, I have finals next week. By finals, I mean like my final is on the 4th. So I have to study for that. But afterwards, sure. What movie do you want to watch? I was thinking about watching like... Are you graduating? No. I'm finished for the semester. I have another whole... I have the next fall, the next winter, and then the next winter. No. When do I finish? I have the next fall, and then I have the next winter, and then I have fall again, I believe, and then I'm done. So I have like 3 more semesters, not counting the summers. I have 2 more summers left. This is the first summer. I have no courses. I finished all my electives, but I do have a certification exam that I have to take for my major, and I have to take do my thesis / education like workshop thing that I have to write about, participate, do my study on. A movie that makes us think because it's a pretty intellectual stream. What is an intellectual movie? I wanted to watch The Iron Giant. That was my thing. I wanted to cry, but like, I don't know. If you want to watch an educational movie... What course are you taking? I forgot. I am in health studies. The Minions? Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Thank you, your fave girl, Sophia. Thank you for the follow. Intellectual. Hey, Kuru. How are you? Kuru, what's a good intellectual movie? Intellectual movie is a mind game from 2004. You know what I want to watch? We should watch Interstellar. No. We should watch... Martian. No, we should watch... The Matrix. I want to watch The Matrix. I've never watched The Matrix before. And then on Christmas, we can watch... Die Hard. Die Hard's a Christmas movie. Die Hard's a Christmas movie. It's true. I've never watched Interstellar. Is Interstellar the movie where they go into like the time travel thing, and the guy sees himself in the future getting old, and then he stays behind, and then he like dies, and then like his daughter is like, oh my god, and then like, Or is that the movie where they go into the comet and they're like, the comet's gonna hit Earth. We have to send people to the astronaut to the comet to blow up the piece. But then it fails and then they have to go manually detonate it, and the guy goes and he like sacrifices himself and then he goes detonates the asteroid. And then people were like, oh my god, he sacrificed himself for us. What movie is that? Like a philosophical movie like Good Will Hunting is an awesome movie about psychology. The Matrix is awesome. I've never watched The Matrix. I've watched You're mixing Armageddon with Interstellar. Okay. I got confused. I watched The Martian. What's that movie? That's Armageddon. Okay. I see. What's that movie? Okay, The Maze Runner. Is it Blade Runner or is it Maze Runner? What's the movie where the guy... He's like... They send people into the maze to get killed because they live in a society. They like have districts underground and they send people to go into the maze to get like eaten by monsters. But then he escapes. Maze Runner? What's Blade Runner about? I feel like I'm badly describing these movies like an AI summary. Interstellar Armageddon would be a good title for an epic space opera type movie. Oh my god, can you imagine Les Miserables? I'm pronouncing it wrong. My French is bad. Les Miserables. As like a interstellar movie. Like, can you imagine Les Miserables but like French apocalypse movie based off of robots? What is Blade Runner about? I thought Blade Runner was like Maze Runner. Is Blade Runner based off a book? The Cube. What is that book? No. Is it a movie? There's like a movie where they're set in an underground world where they're like, oh, the surface is evil. This is the apocalypse where the surface is no longer safe. Les Miserables. Yes. I think it's called Ember. Am I describing the Hunger Games or am I describing Ember? They live in a society. They live underground. And then the main character is a mechanic. And then they like find scraps of robots and like pieces to build stuff, and they have a prosthetic. The Blade Runner 2017, the AI guy? I don't know. I get all these movies mixed up in my head because I'm thinking about multiple movies at the same time. Like I'm thinking about The Giver. I'm thinking about The Giver. And I'm thinking about like Maze Runner. Blade Runner is about a detective who investigates a murder done by a clone person. This kind of work is considered very dirty, and police and cops take that kind of job called Blade Runners because of how bad that is for you. It's not about running on a blade? You're telling me Blade Runner isn't about running on a blade? What? Thought it was about maze running. You know what's a good movie? Deus Ex Machina. Deus Ex Machina. No, it's not called Deus Ex Machina. It's just called Ex Machina, isn't it? It's about the lady who's bald. The dude. Such a disappointment, not even running away from blades. I know, I thought I was expecting running away from blades. Yeah, the guy where the billionaire is like, I invited you to my house because I want you to talk. You, psych student, I want you to talk to my AI robot and see if they're alive. And then she like kills everybody. I watched that movie. That one was something. You know what we should watch? We should watch Silence of the Lambs. That's a great movie. Hannibal. Huh? What? Deus Ex Machina? Yeah. Deus? Deux. Deux? Un, deux, trois. That's how you pronounce it in French, but like, is it Spanish or is it French? Deux? It's like if you put yourself in a situation like that, you're crazy risk because those clone people have zero morals. I'm not trying to spoil it, it's a really deep story. I've never watched it. I think it's more in Deus. Deus? Do? Do? Because in French it's spelled D-E-U-X, but it's pronounced de. Do? Do e machina in French. Oh, duh! Is Latin. Okay, it's not French. My brain is thinking about French. Deus ex machina. Okay. I watched that movie a long time ago. Is that a horror movie or is that a thriller? What about Revenge of the Sith? The only Star Wars movie I've ever watched is the one where, bear with me on my memorization of movie plots, Luke Skywalker goes to Ice Cavern and hangs upside down and then cuts open a beast's stomach and crawls inside for warmth. That's all I remember. And then he meets the funny little Yoda guy and Yoda speaks backwards. I saw this one meme on Twitter. That was like, oh man, what was it? They took pictures on Mars and the rover took pictures on Mars and they were like, man, for a planet that's really cool on Mars, it's so sad that it looks exactly like Arizona. It's the 5th one. It's a really good one, The Empire Strikes Back. I don't know the difference between movies. I don't know which movie's which. I've only watched that one. I'm pretty sure I've watched... And you can tell by your pronunciation of Sith. You're talking about The Empire Strikes Back? Yeah. I was thinking of Leonardo DiCaprio hiding inside a bear's carcass for one. Leonardo DiCaprio plays Luke Skywalker? Who's the actor? I don't know who these people are. I don't want... No! Hello, Matthias. How are you? I work and go home to do more work. Why do homework exist? Why is it called work when you do work at home? It's a different movie? Oh, well, see, I am not a big space mecha fan, unfortunately. Mark Hamill. Is Mark Hamill the guy that... No, I'm thinking about Henry Cavill. I was like, is Mark Hamill the guy that's playing the 4th season of The Witcher? Why is there a new timer now? This is my homework timer. My Pomodoro timer. Mark Hamill's the Joker. Oh. I really like your avatar, Susie, because you're being a cute girl. I am a cute girl. Hell yeah. Thank you. The Revenant. They replaced Henry Cavill in season 4 of The Witcher. And I will say, I prefer the old one. I don't know. There's just something about Henry Cavill that's just like, looks better as Geralt. Who was the new guy that they replaced him with? The guy who played Superman? We all know him as the Joker instead of Luke Skywalker, really. Henry Cavill did such a good playing Geralt. He did! He did. I preferred him as Geralt and they replaced him and I was like, oh man, he looks different now. I can tell. It's the brother of Chris Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth has a brother? What? Who is the guy who played the Batman? Edward? No. I don't know movies, can you tell? I don't know actors. Who's the guy who played Batman who was like really awkward? Edward Pattinson? The vampire? No. Ben Affleck with Henry oh, I don't know. From the Twilight series. Oh no. He's never gonna get away from that identity, is he? Batman actors. Robert Pattinson. Yeah. Let me look at this. Robert Pattinson. The awkward guy. Yeah. Every better marinade? It's okay, I am too. I don't know who half these people are. The only reason I know is because of my parents. And then they're like, oh, we're watching this movie. This is so-and-so. I'm like, I don't know who that is. Like, who's that? What awkward guy? Robert Pattinson is the awkward guy. Apparently he had a... No, he's a good actor. It's just, in interviews, he's just odd. There was like this story of when he was playing Batman and a fan stalked him to his house. And instead of like calling the police or whatever, he invited them into his house for like tea or whatever. And he was so awkward around them that they got... Their like perception of him was ruined so bad they left on their own. He invited them into his house. And they were like, okay, well, bye. Yeah. What? Yeah, look it up. He's really awkward in interviews. You can look up, like, Robert Pattinson's stalker incident. There was a time he invited them for dinner at a okay, it was not a house, it was a restaurant, okay. My memory. He did something. He did something with like a paparazzi or a stalker or something, and he invited them over and they were like, okay, yeah, whatever, that was weird. It's like, you're not trapped in here with I'm not trapped in here with you, you're trapped in here with me. You know, be a fun movie? What? I really want to watch The Matrix, though. Never watched The Matrix. I always say this to my parents. The Greatest Showman. Oh, The Greatest Showman. I've watched that movie 7 times in a row. It's because my mother cannot pay attention. I know he told them what it was like to do acting and he bored them to death. I love that. I've watched The Greatest Showman 7 times in a row in one day because my mom watches movies like she's possessed. She'll sit down, go, alright, let's start the movie. We watch it. Not even 15 minutes goes by. She will get up and leave. And then it'll be like, she'll come back like halfway through the movie. What happened? Restart. Okay, restarting the movie. We watch it again. She leaves again, like 20 minutes later. We rewatched it again. We're just watching the movie again for fun. She comes back. I never saw this part. Okay, go back. We need to watch it again. Oh my god. And then like the next day, we finish the movie. We should watch The Greatest Showman. I love the movie. I know it by heart. I've watched it so many times. I love the music. I've watched it 7 times in a row. I've watched it 8 times in a row. My mom's the worst person to watch movies with, because not only does she not pay attention and walk away, but she's also the type of person to be like, who's that person? What's going on in the movie? Just watch the movie. Just Why are you talking? That's my mom. That's her for you. I Can't Help But Sing from now on. I love that song. I like the songs. I think the movie's great. I like a lot of songs. I like Tightrope. I like the Never Enough, and what's that other song? A Million Dreams. And a couple other movies. Oh, and that movie where they're taking shots at the bar, I don't remember. The Other Side, yeah, The Other Side. With Hugh Jackman and Chris, I don't know who the guy's name is. I like that song. I want to watch The Matrix though. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe after I finish my semester, we'll watch a movie together. I'll have to figure out what day though. Let's see here. I can plan it right now. Zac Efron, yeah, the dude who was on like Disney as a kid. We can do May 5th. Can do a watch along. May 5th, maybe. Actually, do I want to do this on stream or do I want to do this off stream? Maybe we could do the 8th. 7th? No, 8th. I finished my final on the 6th. Discord streaming party, yeah. Where do I want to watch The Matrix. Let's watch The Matrix. I've never seen it before. That'd be fun. There's a lot of classic movies that I've never seen. I've never seen Anastasia. I've never seen The Iron Giant. Never seen... Is Frost the one streaming? I don't know. I have Netflix. I don't know if I can have it on my computer because it's on the TV. Where do I find The Matrix as a movie? Do they have it on YouTube? YouTube ads? YouTube with ads? YouTube Premium? I don't know. I'll have to ask. Be like, how do I watch Matrix? Is The Matrix on Netflix? Did they remove it? Netflix will black out your Discord? What? Man. That's rude. What if I use like Netflix Watch Party or something? Like watchparty.com and then I stream that screen. Will that work? You could? Okay. Well, could try that. Or I could try something else. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Hello, Slayer. Sniffer. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I just had to sniff my mic. I forgot that sniffing my mic means that you guys can hear it really loudly. I'm so sorry. I wanted to smell my mic. I wanted to see if it smelled. Bless. Bless you, thank you. I wanted to see if my mic smelled. Doesn't. Thank God. I like how I've got no work done. It's on HBO Max. I don't have HBO Max. I have my parents' Netflix, and I have YouTube free. So if they have it on YouTube Movies, you can watch it with ads. But I also have ad block, so who knows how that's gonna work. Have you guys seen the Avatar movie? They accidentally released it ahead of time. I heard the movie stream it. We'll get to that bridge when it comes. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Has anyone seen the Avatar movie? It's $3 on YouTube. Do they have it with ads? They leaked it, I know! Accidentally, and now it's all over the place. Has anyone seen it? I haven't seen it. I don't know what it's about. They apparently made Aang older. I saw the pictures of like promo. They made him older. Which Avatar movie? Not the blue people. The Last Airbender. I haven't seen the movie. I'm just waiting for it to hit theaters to support the artist. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it is an animated movie, so the artists have already been paid, but yeah. You know what movie you should see in person? The Digital Circus. The Amazing Digital Circus. I want to watch that movie. I think it's coming out in the fall. Let me see. I want to see so many movies. I heard that the Exit 8 movie is really good, and I also heard that the Backrooms movie, the A1 Pictures, whatever, A23, the studio that's making the Backrooms movie, is also really good. Digital Circus coming to theaters? Yes, it is! The final episode is coming out in theaters. It's gonna be an hour. Yes, the Backrooms! Apparently the set is so big that people are getting lost in the Backrooms, like the physical set of it, which I find very funny. No way, yeah way. It's gonna be hell. There's gonna be so many teenagers and children at the movie theater. It's gonna be so sad. But yeah, the Backrooms movie. I'm looking forward to it. It's a good year for horror movies. Iron Lung in February, and then we had the Backrooms, and we have Exit 8. The Minecraft movie all over again. Oh my god, are we gonna get memes of like Chicken Jockey, Flint and Steel? Has anyone seen the Super Mario Galaxy movie? They got like that one guy they got that I think they got a singer to play Yoshi, and everyone was like, who the heck, why? We're gonna get Bloodborne from Jackseptice's? Ooh. First we mine, then we craft. I've never seen the Minecraft movie. I haven't seen it yet. I've only seen memes. Chicken Jockey. I like how that spawned the Google Docky thing. Google Docky. You know what I want to watch? I want to watch the Hobbit series too. I've been meaning to get into the Hobbit. I wanted to read the books. But I wonder if it's better to watch the movie or if it's better to read. I've never seen the movies. Lord of the Rings. I've seen a lot of like references from it where they're all like, you have my sword and my bow and my axe. Stuff like that. Read the books, only the first movie is good. Ooh. Do I start with The Hobbit or do I start with The Lord of the Rings? Lord of the Rings Extended is way better. I am Steve. Lord of the Rings, or do I read The Hobbit? Honestly, I think what the consensus that I've seen online is that The Hobbit follows like one character and The Lord of the Rings is general, right? Or is it the other way around? I forgot. It's like, like one is general lore and the other one is like specific story. Start with the Hobbit book. Okay. I've been trying to read it, but J.R.R. Tolkien's writing is very long. You read his little, like, I read his writing and he is a very long and detailed writer. He's very verbose. You're like, wow. I liked all the movies. You should start with The Hobbit because it's very wholesome and adventurous and happy time. Lord of the Rings is heavy. Is it better or worse than like is it better or worse than like The Hunger Games or like A Song of Ice and Fire? Thank you, Isaac Kim, for the follow. Hello. They'll read Lord of the Rings and understand what we Tolkien fans do when we ask who the hell is Tom Bombadil. I see. There's a lot of things I haven't done, or watched, or read. It's better? All I know is that one quote about J.R.R. Tolkien talking to... Tolkien talking to another author who was also known for like a fantasy series, and them both going back and forth being like, oh, I can't stand that guy. He describes trees more than he describes his like characters. That guy keeps talking about trees. It's 100% better than Hunger Games. Song is complicated. I've only watched like one episode of Hunger Games. Not Hunger Games, sorry. I've only watched one episode of Game of Thrones, and all I can say is that it's very gory. Also, there's like... it's really dark. C.S. Lewis! Yeah, they love each other, they were best friends. Yeah. All I know is that they wrote letters to each other and they would roast each other constantly. They were like, that guy and his wife. They were friends. Tom Bombadil's the one who could have just walked into Mordor? Maybe. You know what my favorite book is? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The bark of the tree, hard and strong as it grows over the years, leaves green and grass, and the man is plain and clothed. Yeah. My favorite book, one of my favorite books, is Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I read, or I played, a game based off of it. Really cool. My sense of humor is probably influenced by Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's just like, yes, the Earth is ending today. I'm gonna go to the bar and I'm gonna drink. That's what guy friends do, roast each other, yeah. I love Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's so nonsensical. It's like that one dude in the spaceship who is like the president, who runs a jet ski on that one planet, and they're like some political thing, and they're like, yay! Things are happening in that book. I love the way they describe things. He's a good writer. Like, the metaphors he makes in that book is very odd. It's just like, he was as nimble as a bar of soap slipping across the floor. It's like, what? Have you watched Project Hail Mary? No. Is that an anime? Nope, it's not. I thought that was an anime. Nope. Never heard of it. You know what I have read, though? What's that movie? No. What's that book about the kids who have like weird oddities, and then they were led to believe that they were playing a video game through VR, but it turns out they were actually piloting spaceships the entire time? It's an old book. And then like the dude's sister was being kept on a spacecraft by some Eden's Game? Yeah. Ender's Game, something like that. I like how you guys know what these books are that I'm just describing really poorly. I will just mention like very vague descriptions and everybody's like, I know that book. Yeah! Is that a movie? Was it a movie or was it a book? I'm a very descriptive writer when I write too, though. You're never good as Tolkien. He created multiple languages? Yeah. I know from the movie, the plot is very conceptual. It's memorable, I guess. Thank you, Drogon, for the follow! Ender's Game. All I remember from it was like the white walls with the white room and the white sink and everything. Yeah. Woohoo! Read it for English freshman year of high school? Yeah. Hello, Mr. Soat. Thank you for the raid. Good movie? Yeah. I think I also read it in high school. I love that book. I remember trying to read the one after it and getting confused. Yeah, it does not make sense. But it's got a good plot, I guess. Good story. Hi, Raiders. Welcome in. We are talking about books and movies, such as Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and apparently Ender's Game, and what else are we talking about? I don't know. Sci-fi movies. And the Backrooms movie, all the movies that are coming out this year. Hi, Raiders. My name is Kyo Kamiya. I am a Songbird Tengu VTuber. What are you guys up to? 1 second, let me give you a shout out. Oops, I'm so sorry, that's the wrong person. Who the heck is that? Sorry. Oh, you were also doing co-working and studying. Nice. I'm sorry, I just shouted out some random person. They're gonna be like, who the heck? Mr. D. Who the... They last played at Twitch. I guess they don't exist. Mr. D getting a random shout out. I'm sorry. I don't know if they exist or not. Is that a real person? Well, whoever they are, they're getting a shout out. Gotta go. It was very nice to meet you. Have a great rest of your stream. I hope you were productive. Thank you for the raid. Hi, Raiders. We're being moderately productive. Hi. They do, but they don't do anything? Okay, good. I didn't shout out some random streamer. It'd be so awkward if I, like, gave a shout out to some random streamer. Thank God. It's like, who the heck is this person? Why did they shout me out to, like, an audience of, like, 3 people? Who the heck? Because when you shout somebody out, it tells you in your Twitch dashboard so-and-so gave you a shout out to so-and-so amount of people. It's very awkward. It's like, what do you mean so-and-so give you a shout out to like this person? What? The yaps are yapping. It's always like this every single time. I've been here for 4 years. Never ending. As somebody who's been here for... 1 second. As somebody who's been here for almost 4 years, do you think I repeat myself? I've been like thinking about this for a little bit. I'm like, if I've been streaming for like... At some point... Thank you. At some point... At some point, do you think I start repeating myself? And do I start becoming a broken record where it's like, I've said this before? Not really? Really? Thank you for the bless you. You do come back to certain topics still? Probably, yeah. I talk about anime a lot. It's like, I will tell stories over again if it's been a while. I'll be like, oh, so-and-so hasn't heard of this story, so I'm gonna talk about that one. But depending on the topic, I guess, I will talk about it. Like, I don't know. Favorite books, or certain foods I like, or whatever. You can talk about that. 4 years! Holy moly, I've been here forever. You call those evergreens? Things you can just talk about whatever. I can click on your profile and I can see when the first time you chatted here. I could probably do that. I could like click on you. I was here when she was with Humble VNG. Yeah. I feel so old. You have 99 plus messages in my stream. Oh my god, I could just keep scrolling. Look at this. I can go to your profile and I can just keep scrolling upwards. Let's go back to like the beginning. I'm gonna keep scrolling all the way back. We're at 2015. At some point, it's gonna... I don't know. This is old. I'm at like a year ago. When did I first start streaming? Like 20... Demi-sama? 4 years? Yeah. Are you talking about Frost? Or are you talking about Kami-sama? Yeah, Frost's been here for a while. It's an on and off relationship to which. It really is. Honestly, Frost isn't here all the time. I timed you out, Frost! Oh my god, I got to this part. Apparently, in September of 2024, I timed you out. You were testing things? Yeah, apparently. Sorry, I'm scrolling back in my messages. Hello! Hi, Vex. Wait. Oh my god, I almost said Vexter. I almost said Vexter. Like Dexter, but with a V. I think I was testing. Another one says Vertex Daryl. Maybe you should consider a username change. I think I was testing my timeout meme. My timeout, I think I was testing one of my commands. It's the X and the R, yeah. We're in 2023 now. We're talking about my audio settings. Vexter it is! Oh no, is that what you're known for? Vexter. You know what? You know what's a topic I come back to all the time apparently? I'm reading through this chat. I'm looking back on this thing. You know what I talk about a lot? I talk about murder and talk about eating people. Isn't that funny? I'm scrolling through this and I'm like, wow. I apparently talk about... I've mentioned eating people. It's concerning, really? Maybe. I talk about creepypastas. I'm dyslexic, dysgraphic, and dyscalculating, and I can see the difference between X and R. It's similar. Should we be concerned? No. It's only a problem if I've gotten caught. Which I haven't. I haven't. Yet. What do you mean, no? Nah, you're good. Where do we toe? Where am I? We're in October. Your first sentence that you've ever messaged in chat, Frost, I went all the way back to October 29th of 2022 when you first were in chat. And the first thing you ever said was, spooky, spooky skeletons. When I was playing the witch's house. Yeah. Great introduction, yeah, apparently. You've been here for a while. I was playing the witch's house. That's crazy. I love this feature. I can just click on people and I'd be like, when were you first here? I can see your very first message. Because I'm odd like that. Witch's House is a blast from the past? Yeah, you know what I want to play? I want to play Ib. I've never played Ib. I want to play Ib. Also, upcoming ad break in like 30 seconds. Just warning. We've got ads coming up. A 3-minute ad. I'll see you guys later. Witch's House, I never finished it. I got scared. I think afterwards I had to play like Saint Spellbook to calm down. That was scary. You couldn't get past this movie part. It was scary. She was chasing me. I made it all the way to the end, and at the final part, I think I just stopped playing. It's a good game. I just think it's a little bit scary being chased. I don't like being chased in games. I should play Ib. Is Ib scary? I don't know. Maybe. I think you guys are in ads now. Bye, guys. See you. See you, Space Cowboy. You know what I should also watch? I should watch Space Dandy. No ads? Not yet. I should watch Space Cowboy. Wait. Space Dandy? What's that movie called? What's that anime called? Space Cowboy? Space... Not yet. Now they go. Kami-sama's ad break. What's that movie called? What's that anime? Space Cowboy? Space Dandy? You gonna go back to that game? Cowboy Bebop! Okay, yeah. Am I ever gonna finish? Am I gonna finish Witch's House? I don't even have the game anymore. Do I have the game? I think I might have deleted it permanently off my system. Let me look at my games list. Desktop... games... Oh no, it's gone. I deleted it. It's gone. I don't have the save. If I think that Witch's House is too scary. Do you think I'm gonna make it through Ib? Or like Mad Father? In comparison, is it scary? Or is it less scary? I don't know. I read the manga for Witch's House. I thought it was good. I like the manga. It's just the game is scary. Is anyone here also waiting NTE to go out? What is NTE? You might not make it? Oh boy. I made a list of games that I want to play. Horror games that don't have jump scares. I want to play them. Ooh. Maybe 2 games came out this weekend. One is the Windows 8 Millennium, and the other one was let me look it up. I think it's in my email. It was, well, Opus Prism Peak apparently is on sale. It's a narrative adventure where you play as a weary photographer stranded in the Dusklands with a girl who lost her memories. Opus Prism Peak is on sale. And the Windows 8 Millennium is on sale that I wanted to play, as well as Next Patient, which is kind of similar to Next Patient is similar to Papers, Please. That another one I wishlisted that came out this weekend. Best horror game with no jump scares? Minecraft. What do you mean no jump scares? There are jump scares in Minecraft. I have multiple clips on my Twitch that I have gotten jump scared by zombies. Some games that I have enjoyed though, that I've played horror games on my stream. I like horror. I don't like jump scares. I really liked World of Horror. I liked Winion Virus. I liked Paranormal Site. Not Paranormal Site, sorry. I liked Spirit Hunter. Those are fun. Are the jump scares for now screaming at you? I mean, technically, there's like soft jump scares and there's like jump scare. Meanwhile, Creepers are a jump scare. They just come out of nowhere. The game I'm looking forward to is 07 First Light. I'm excited for it. We're playing it. What is that game about? What is that about? Is it like Sky? The Children of Light? I should play Journey. I have the game and I never played it. James Bond. Oh, never heard of it. Kind of reminds me of Shadows of Doubt. Be right back, buddies and chicken tendies. Have fun. Enjoy your food. How about my side? Jump scare game. It's gonna be scary. Maybe during Halloween. It's gonna take like 6 months. Maybe. No. I don't know. When I figure it out. Crew, have you played my side? Have you finished it? I'm gonna be too scared to play that game. I'm gonna be like shaking in my boots. I'm gonna have to quit the game and play like Power Wash Simulator for an hour. 100% it really. I always behave. What do you mean, Frost? I'm always well behaved. 100%. I think I'm gonna need either to take breaks when playing my side and just be like, I'm gonna go sit there and I'm gonna look at like pictures of cute rabbits to finish the game, or I'm gonna have to have somebody like sitting with me when I'm playing the game, because I'm gonna be like, ah. I've seen jump scare compilations of that game though, so I'm not sure if like, no, it's not gonna ruin the jump scares for me. It's still gonna take me unexpected. I'm gonna be like, I just put on my CPAP mask on, so does my fall asleep on you? No worries. Go to bed. Good night. Good night. Let me tuck you in. If you're gonna go to bed. I should go to bed, honestly. Go to bed. I should probably go to bed. I don't know. Maybe later. I have to finish my assignment. Vacation. Vacancy. It's 2 AM for you? Yes, it is, and I have to get up tomorrow at 7. Why? I have work tomorrow. Why am I still here? Oh. I don't know, I'm yapping. It's 8 AM here, why would you go to bed? True. It's daytime over there, I guess it might as well. Go to bed? Ah, man. I've been here for way too long. Man. Oh, man. Fine. Let's see here. Who is up? Who up? I almost clipped that. First Light is an action adventure game with puzzle elements. Ooh. I was about to say, who up? Who up? Procrastinating. That nobody's up speaking English at this time. Trying to save channel points to send you to bed. Oh no, it's okay. Gotta save that for a good time. Somebody's playing Easy Delivery Co. What should I do with my points? Save them. Save them, crew. Nobody's streaming. Whatever. That's okay. I'll just go. Bye, guys. Good luck. 100k. Well, Frost is gone getting food, but I'll bedtime, I guess. Bedtime. Me. Go bed. Eepy. Bye. Elmo, go to bed now. Sorry. Bye guys, thank you for keeping me company as I do my assignment and I get like 70% of it done. Good night. Sleep well. Go to bed. 70% is nice, I know. More than I expected. Honestly, more than I expected. So, good night. Bye. See you next time. See you. I'll see you guys on Friday for game. Who knows what we're gonna do? Actually, I have a couple games that I wanted to try. Maybe we'll do... What game do I have? Honestly, I don't know. I had a game in mind and then it slipped. Who knows? We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out on Friday. I'll think about it. Anyways, see you guys all next time. Thank you all for stopping by. I'm gonna go to bed. Bye-bye. Bye bye. Bye bye bye